everyone, it's Holly, and today I'm packing orders from the autumn release. The release went live on the 22nd. We had so many fun, amazing products, and I have been having so much fun packing up orders and getting them out to you. These are all customer requests. I have 9 or 10 today. I don't remember exactly how many. So let's zoom in, let's get to work, let's pack some orders. Okay, so this very first order is going to Valerie in South Carolina. Thank you for your order, Valerie. And I think Valerie's order was the first one that came in on Thursday night, too. I'm going to use a 764 box. Been using a lot of this box with this release because I have some taller products. And then I just have my bubble paper here. Wrong direction. And I just cut this at 7, and then the remaining is perfect for right here. I have my beautiful pumpkin-y paper for this autumn release. Okay, so what is going in here? We have, I'm very excited about this one, a huckleberry milk bath, bubbling bath salt, mountain huckleberry. Smells so good and bubbles amazingly. Let's put a little shred down in there. Give him a little bit more comfortable ride. And we have 2 of the orange spice tallow-based soaps. Noise. Let's see how I want to do this exactly. And we have a stargazing. That one sold very well. I think I'll put these 2 kind of up on their side. We have a pumpkin maple goat milk unscented soap, and I was just working on the edit for that video. Kind of have a late start because I got distracted. The pumpkin and the maple and the goat milk, it was just like so beautiful, and I was like pouring in the video edit. I'm like pouring it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I have got to stop and actually pack these soaps. We have a eucalyptus rosemary mint sea salt soap. I really like the new packaging for the round ones. So I am just going to tuck in some more shred there. I think we'll put a little bit more under the bear fella here. I need to decide what soap sample I'm going to put in this order today. Let's see. I feel like grapefruit orange sea salt would be a great one to go in. So I have those little paws, you know, if you watch the making video. Where should I put you? Let's put you right there. So then this order is almost ready. I am just using stickers as my business card right now. Business cards are so expensive and they just get thrown out. At least I think they get thrown out. Do you keep them when you get them over and over and over again? Most of my customers are repeat customers, so I feel like sending a business card is wasteful, but I do need to order some for my new customers for sure. But for now, this one will work for now. I'm going to write a little note, and I have my purple pen because I don't like purple. I don't like purple at all. Not even a little bit. So thank you, Valerie. I feel like we have a smidge more shred than we need right here. Make room for the paper to sit down. So we'll get this all folded up. So I feel like I'm missing one. Like I feel like somebody talked to me at the very beginning of this release and said, hey, feel free to put my order in a video. And I'm going to have to apologize because I cannot figure that out now. I have looked through messages. So if you're watching and you were that person, I'm really sorry because I don't remember. I've been getting pretty good at making myself notes, but I dropped the ball on that one. So I have just been yammering away, and I looked up and there was no camera on. This order is going to Taylor in Arizona. Thank you so much for your order, Taylor. And Taylor left such a sweet little message and said that they watched my videos while they were going through nursing school, and it was a helpful stress relief scenario. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and thank you for going into nursing and helping us all out in that way. We need you. All right, so we have a 1075 box on this one. And let's see what's going in first. We're going to put in an apple and oats bubbling bath salt milk bath. Now this one does have colloidal oatmeal, but the others do not. So I can see that this might be nice at the end of a shift, huh? So we're gonna put in a vanilla pumpkin sugar whipped soap scrub with sugar. I just love how the label turned out on this one. It is so pretty, so comforting. I love it. These are new jars, so they're 6-ounce jars, but every single time I make a batch, it's gonna vary. If I whip it more, then a little less goes in weight-wise. So these are only 5 ounces. Most of them are around 5.5 inside, but I always just go down to the lowest. So once I saw how much was going in, I was shooting for 5 ounces on those. And then this was my other, I just love this one too, the autumn berry. So these jars are a little bit wider and a little bit squattier, I think, than the other ones, which were, they were a little deeper jar. So I really love these, and I'll tell you, I had my orders from Tiggy with Future Primitive, and all her jars were pretty much these shorter, fatter, but they hold more, and so I just really love those. So I was pretty excited about getting some of those. So we've switched to those jars. This one is strawberry sweet cakes. Now, it doesn't really go so much with an autumn release, but my customers, when I had posted a video, a picture, about should I bring these back, one of them was a strawberry, and I had several customers say yes, they absolutely want the strawberry back too. So that is back. Let's see. I want to make sure I leave room for the wax melts and everybody as well. So we have another Huckleberry Bear. So these are the bath salts, but the bear, he gets a little special container because Huckleberry. And that's just what I've always done for that one. I used to package these in a taller bottle, and it almost looked like it could be like a little like milky type bottly thing, but not available right now. So there we have that. So I am just going to tuck some shred around. All right, well, that spray's out of service now. Okay, so we have a fresh apple, grabbed a new one. Room and linen spray. I have some new labels. I think they're really cute. I like how they turned out. So I had hoped to put up some more scents in the room and linen spray, but I just did not get to that. I tell you what, it is a mad rush at the end for me. I just never remember, I guess, plan ahead that it's going to take me so long to make all these labels. And because I have new products, and the last time I made them was probably a year or two ago, I redo every single label pretty much with every release. And so I have soap labels front and back. I had these salt labels front and back, the scrub labels, the wax labels, then all the sample labels. It's a lot of labels. So I do like to put the room sprays in a baggie just in case they get leaky. I don't think I've had any issues, not that I've heard of, but because I really tighten this down and then the bag. Okay, let's see. Is it all going to go in? Oh, I have 3 more left. Yeah, we should be fine. We should be fine, but these need a little bit of shred tucked in. So the way the pack and chats work is that I do pack these only by request. It didn't used to be that way, but I had gotten so that I only packed what was requested, and I would get so many requests that I could only pack, you know, some of them. Well, now this last release I didn't have any requests, not one, and I was bewildered and I didn't know what to do with myself, so I didn't even film one at all. But this time we've had a nice number, just the perfect amount for me to get done, so I love it. But I only pack these, I only do the pack and chats immediately following a release. So if a pack and chat request is gonna come in, it needs to come in on the first weekend of the release, so like Thursday through Sunday. And then when I start packing orders and filming and everything the following week, then that's when I will pull those in. So now ones after today, so the reason why I don't continue to do them is because after today I'm going to be back in soap making mode. So that's just the whole thing. So we have the Autumn Hug wax melts, and you can't really see them all, but they're so cute. Little bears, so we're gonna tuck those in. We have some Vanilla Pumpkin Bear wax melts. I love those so much. And then I think I can either put the pumpkin donuts on top here, or I can put them there. I think I'll put them over here. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of extra cushioning here to help make them a little bit more level. So then we have the pumpkin donut wax melts. These sold out pretty quickly, and I'm going to try to remake them. The autumn season is going to go for quite some time, and everybody loves these. It's still hot in a lot of places. It's not hot in Montana anymore, but it is hot in a lot of places, and so there's many of my customers who have withheld from ordering because it is so hot and wax melts will melt. So I'm going to definitely try to get those restocked for you, because we don't want you to miss out too. Just because you live somewhere hot, you still want to have fun, Yummo scents. I'm going to tuck in an Autumn Berry soap sample. Where should I put you that it's... Let's put you... Yeah, let's tuck that one over there. And then I have some samples that I made in some cutesy little pumpkin. This is wax melt, and it's spiced vanilla mandarin. Oh, it's so good. So we're going to put that there. I need to prep my packing slip here. And I'm going to write, "Thank you, Taylor." I have the best customers. Just saying. All right, well, it looks like that pumpkin needs a little bit. Now, another thing about this shred, it does help to insulate the wax melts from melting. I have had a customer helped me figure that out many years ago. I had packed their order and put the wax melts directly on the bottom of the box, no shred underneath. Those wax melts had melted. However, some of melted a little bit. They weren't fully melted or anything. And then further up the box, the ones that were encapsulated in the shred were not even remotely melted. So we learned that day that it's just best to put shred around the wax melt. So if you see that there's shred underneath some of your stuff and you're like, why'd you even do that? Just let it set on the bottom. It's a waste of space. Well, not really. We're doing some insulation. Okay, so this order is going to Lindsay in Texas. Thank you for your order, Lindsay. And Lindsay's been with me for quite some time. I am going to use a 753, hopefully. Let's see what that does. and I have a little piece there, and then I'll put another one on the top. All right, so we're going to put in an autumn berry, an apple and oats, I'm hoping this is all going to go in here. We have an autumn's hug and a stargazing. Yes, this will all go. We have a cranberry limeade from the last release. Tuck some shred in on that side. This is one of those times that I don't use bubble paper on the ends. I just tuck shred in there. And then we have a eucalyptus, rosemary, mint, sea salt soap. I was just going to tuck that in there, but you know what? I think he's too tall. So, let's see. Whatever shall I do? That is, Here I thought I was being clever and this was going to be perfection. So, we are going to rethink this one. Let's go ahead and tuck in some paper on the edge and see if we can make more fit in there. That way I can put them right up there on the edge. Might be easier to put it down there. We'll see. Okay, yeah, that will work just like that. So I have the windows open today. I came out this morning and was like, wow, it's a little chilly out here. Left the windows open. The mini split wasn't on. Normally it is running heat in the mornings. It's chilly up here in the mountains, so we get down into the 50s at night. So it's not unusual for us to run the heat and like take the edge off a little bit. I'm going to put in a grapefruit orange sea salt soap in this one as well. So the sun was shining, but it's kind of clouded up. It's supposed to be 70-ish today, and then tomorrow's only supposed to be in the 50s. So it feels like fall's here already. We have leaves changing already. Seems a hint, just a smidgen early, but we have had the best weather this summer. So we got a little bit warm in July. We were, 90s and stuff. It does get hot in Montana still. Anyway, we were toasty. We were, in fact, yeah, I think the last video, I told you my husband was in Chicago in the last pack and chat. I think I said, no, that would have been July. I must have been doing a soap making video or something. Anyway, my husband was in Chicago in July, and the day before he left, our air conditioner quit, and we had severe heat warning. But when he came back, actually the day before he came back, we had a complete shift, and we've had the best weather. Not much for smoke. The weather has been awesome for like a month. I just want this to go on and on. So this order is going to Sonia in Alabama. Thank you for your order. And I have a 643 that I already had put together here. So let's see how this will all go in. I'm going to put in an autumn berry soap. Love it. We have a stargazing soap. And 2 figgy cream, because figgy cream was back with this release. I just like to set them on their sides like so. I'm going to tuck in an Autumn's Hug soap sample. And tuck in some shred here and there. in with the packing slip. And so then this one doesn't quite match up, so I take some of the extra cuts from a different size that I do and tuck it right there on the top. This box is a little bit weird. It is quite secure, but we're gonna go ahead and just give it a little something extra there to protect it. Okay, so this order is going to Alicia in Louisiana. Thank you for your order, Alicia. Using a 964 box for this one. So we're going to put in a Fruity Loops clamshell and a green clover and aloe clamshell. We're going to put in a stargazing soap and an autumn berry soap. I'm going to give that a little shred. Now, don't worry about shred under the clamshells because it's not really as big of a deal on the clamshells. And then we have caramel apple crisp wax melt donuts. So adorable. This package, it just makes me happy. It's just like perfection. I need to get a smaller bag for the bears so that I don't have a quite so big bag, but I'll have to see because I don't want to have to squish them in. Anyway, these were the autumn berry bears as well. So put a little shred on the top. Let's pick out samples. Going to do an apple and oat soap sample and a spiced vanilla mandarin wax melt. And then this order is ready to head off to Alicia. So this order is going to Rose, and I don't remember what state. Alabama. I thought it was Alabama, couldn't remember. I'm gonna go with a 1075, and maybe it's a hint large, but I don't think I can get it in the NYX smaller down. It's kind of funny, I was over there looking at my pile of orders to go out that I have already packed just now on the video so far. And they were all a different size box until now. That is just funny. I had a 1075, a 964, a 764, a 753, and a 643. Goodness. I don't even think I have any other boxes except for really large ones. I probably have a 642 hanging out around here somewhere, but I rarely send out one thing anymore, and if I do, I usually put it in a fun little colored bag. So we're going to put in the vanilla pumpkin sugar scrub. Now, I am combining a couple of different orders here. My very last order that I have received is from Rose, so thank you very much. And let's see. We have a watermelon peach clamshell. I'm pretty sure that is sold out now. And we have a Cherry Hill from the last release. I just finished using a bar of this at my sink in the kitchen. Oh my goodness, it is so good. We have a pumpkin maple goat milk and a figgy cream. This is Rose's first order, so thank you so much, Rose. I really do appreciate it. I hope you love everything. All right, let's put I need to save room because I like to lay these kind of flat on the top, but I also need a spot for my spray to go in. So let's do that. I think that looks good. I forgot to get this side one. I have learned I just like it to be under the tissue, that I cannot add it in after the fact and be happy about it. Alright, put it back in how I had it, because I did quite like the getup I had going. But now I don't remember. What did I do? What did I do? There we go. Okay. So now we're going to put some shred down. Like I said, this box is just going to be a smidgen tall. So we have a figgy cream room and linen spray. Again, loving the label change. Alright, I have a piece of bubble paper over there that I think I'm going to go grab. Yeah, that'll fit very nicely. Kind of separate that out. So we have the autumn berry wax melt and the caramel apple donut wax melt. Let's go ahead and put the wax melt sample, the spiced vanilla mandarin there. I'm gonna put in an apple and oats soap sample, but you know what I need? Yeah, that'll be fine over on that side. Very good. I'm going to put in the packing slip, and I don't have very many of my stickers left, but since Rose said she was a first-time purchaser, we will tuck in one of those. I was thinking, how do we feel about magnets? So these ones have been stickers. How do we feel about magnets? I think a magnet would be fun. This orders are ready to go to Rose. I'm going to go check to see what the shipping is going to be on this, and then I will refund the excess shipping charge. Alrighty, this order is going to Cassidy in South Dakota. Thank you for your order, Cassidy. And we have a bunch of soap here. Let's see. We have fresh watermelon from the last release in cranberry limeade. Love the watermelon one so much. I love them all, but I really, really love the watermelon. From this release, we're putting in autumn berry and figgy cream. We have an apple and oats and a pumpkin maple goat milk unscented. We have, so this box feels like it might be a smidgen large, but again, I think the 963 would be 964. Let me evaluate. Yeah, I don't think the 964 would work particularly well for this one. So we have an Autumn's Berry scrub. I don't think I've packaged any of these today. Caramel Apple Crisp scrub and the Huckleberry Coffee scrub, but yesterday these were flying in my packing. Same with the bath salts. I packed so many Autumn Berry bath salts yesterday. But you know what? I hardly packaged for the whole day. I hardly packaged any of these, and they have sold out. So it's just funny how it all works out. I think this will be nice in the long run, just so that those melts have plenty of space. So we're going to put in some vanilla pumpkin bears, the caramel apple crisp donuts. You know, a little bit more space. It's a little, or shred. It's a little uneven around that jar. I'm going to put those in there. And then we have the pumpkin donut. I'm going to be making a candle in this, I think, this weekend. I was hoping to do it last weekend, but I did not have the time. We spent the weekend. Okay, so here we go. Thursday was the release, and I did not prepare digitally. I was not prepared digitally for the release until 30 minutes before. Like, I was working on my email 30 minutes before I was supposed to be sending it out. So there was that. And then we spent the weekend. I had just a monster load of dishes. Just a monster load of soap dishes to wash and scrub dishes. I just had to get caught up on all that. So I did that. And then my husband, we still had a couple of batches of soap to clean up. And that means he beveled and planed them and wiped them off. Wiped all the crumblies off and everything. My daughter packaged and labeled all the wax melts. And then what did I do? I wrapped a lot of soap too. Yeah. And then she helped me wrap soap on Sunday, and I wrapped soap. So I plan these so far out in advance, but I'm always working on what is the most important thing on my list to get done. So I'm usually just rushing to get samples ready, labels finished. Oh my gosh, I feel like my head is going to explode sometimes. We're going to put in the spiced vanilla mandarin. I'm going to run out of these eventually. What do I got in here? I still have a lot of samples here. I still have some grapefruit twist and some banana brulee, so I'll be starting in on those again in a little bit. They might be a little repetitive, but I don't have anywhere to pour any more wax right now. Let's tuck in a sea salt soap into this one as well. So the grapefruit orange sea salt soap. So this box is a smidgen large, but everybody's riding comfy, so we're gonna go with it. So this order is going to Patricia in Florida. Thank you for your order, Patricia. I'm going with a 964 box. It's a smidgen large, except for I need the space for the wax melt. So we're going to put in some sea salt soaps. We have the eucalyptus rosemary mint and the grapefruit orange. Tuck those in nicely. Whoa. And then we have the pumpkin donuts and the vanilla pumpkin bears wax melt. Oh, Patricia's house is going to be smelling epic. Very autumn-like. So good. So good. We're going to tuck in a spiced vanilla mandarin wax melt sample, an apple and oat soap sample. Had to film that twice because I stumbled all over that. I probably couldn't go live because of our internet scenario and other people are using it all the time, but I don't know. I don't know if I could speak long enough for for a live video. I like the fact that I could just start back over again. Isn't that cute? Oh my god. It's like the perfect autumn orange and black scenario thing going on. I love it. All right, we have one more. So I will be back to pack that one up. Okay, so I am back to pack the last one. I was filming this and everything seemed to be fine, and I realized there was something flashing and I was like, oh no, a battery again? How could it be battery again? But it turns out my memory card is full. So I have packed 5 orders in the meantime, waiting for that memory card to empty. We have Figgy Cream and Stargazing, and this is going to Heidi, and I believe Heidi is in Louisiana. Yep, Louisiana. So I just have a 643 box. I'm going to tuck in an Autumn Berry. I got to thinking, no one on these videos, I just packed some tallow soaps, which is so funny, but no one on the videos ordered any tallow soap. So you may not even know that I have tallow soaps too. So yeah, I have lavender tallow and an orange spice tallow soap in the shop as well. I think we've covered most of the products quite well. Things that are behind me are not full batches of what I have. I have a lot still stored on my curing rack. So let's see, I put in the Autumn Berry. I'm putting in the packing slip. I knew this one wasn't going to take very long, so it was funny that I've had to wait 30 minutes for my memory card, 20 minutes, I don't know what it was, for it to empty. I have Bite Me soap on there, and I've got the Smells Better Than Death soap on there, and just a bunch of little clips. Oh my goodness, it was full. I hope you've enjoyed this pack and chat video. I've had lots of fun with all the requests. I'm loving packing your orders. It's just one of the greatest things in the world for me is to pack orders. I love it so much. So we have to take our Kit Kat. She's our oldest one. She is 14, 15 years old. She was old street cat, so we don't really know how old she is, but it's time for her checkup. So we have to take her in, and so I have just a little over an hour to really hustle. I think I'll be done packing orders, being caught up. Well, I still have a lot of stock. There's still a lot of stock on the website, but I should be done and caught up with current orders tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.